I really like asking the gender question, right?
Yeah.
How do you recommend women overcome the gender gap for cybersecurity? Because some of the women that I've bumped into they're so smart and they're so organized and so connected, yet they always have the same story about how they weren't looking at cybersecurity. They were looking
Yeah.
at something completely different.
I mean, for me, I transitioned into cyber in 2009. Prior to that, I was in a very different industry. I was in the entertainment industry. And if we thought that there wasn't enough women in cyber today, boy, there certainly wasn't in 2009, 2010, when I first transitioned into the industry. We have come, a long way since then, but yeah, there is still a lot of work to be done, and that's an area that's very close to my heart. And I think a lot of it as well is debunking the myths around cyber. So I hear so much about you have to have a technical background to get into cybersecurity, or you have to have a STEM degree to get into cybersecurity. And that's really not the case at all. There are so many other avenues that you can go down. And I think as well, a lot needs to be done to change the perception of cyber of being the man in the hoodie over the computer and so on. And I that imagery I've certainly heard from a lot of women is quite off-putting, to them in terms of getting into the career. So I really think looking at all of that and trying to debunk those myths and really encourage women to come into the industry and have those conversations and join networks. The UK CSA has partnered with WeSys, which I know is huge in the States, and we've partnered with their UK chapter. So network and share those stories, and don't be afraid to call out bad behaviour. I've done it. I've distanced myself from the EC Council recently. I don't know if you heard, there was a whole debacle around gender diversity within their organisation and how they were perceived. So they actually given me an award last December, and I actually decided to hand that award back and distance myself and take those stands. Don't be afraid to do that, to speak out where you do see bad behaviour, or where there's a board that isn't as gender positive as you would like. That's certainly some of the advice I would give.